Late Night Health continues. I'm Mark Alyn, along with the insane Daryl Wayne. We're talking about extending life. We're talking about making life quality where maybe we don't need retirement villas anymore or homes where, I was just in one last week, Dr. Hariri, and they smell like death to me. And you see these people and their mouths are hanging open and there's no life in their eyes. It's sad to see. And
I couldn't agree with you more.
I mean, it's awful. And it's just, I don't think that's the way it was meant to be. I just don't. By the way, just so everybody knows, Robert Hariri is the CEO and founder of Celularity, and they are based in the Garden State, New Jersey. Do you have offices other places, Doctor?
So we're based in New Jersey, and we have facilities in California as well. And we're building a global business. So we'll soon have facilities overseas as well.
Gotcha. Well, California is the weather here. We don't have humidity like you do in New Jersey. So there's a good reason to come on out. Let's talk about
great weather and great talent as well.
Yes, exactly. Stem cells and cancer. Let's talk about that. Is that a possibility?
So, interestingly enough, as the field of stem cell biology has turned into a growing industry, some important breakthroughs in using byproducts of stem cells, namely immunologic cells, has already made a revolution in the treatment of cancer. So, one of the great breakthroughs has been that you can produce a type of white blood cell called a lymphocyte from stem cells collected from, for example, the placenta, and those cells can be engineered to specifically express molecules on the surface which allow them to hunt down and traffic to cancer in a very specific way. And this technology is called CAR-T therapy. And CAR-T, which stands for chimeric antigen receptor T cell, simply means that you engineer the cell to express a docking molecule on its surface which can stick to a very specific molecule on a cancer cell and sequester it there so that T cell can kill that cancer cell. Now, CAR-T therapy is what we call an immunotherapy, and it is the hallmark of new treatments that are going to harness the power of the immune system to kill cancer cells in a very specific, precise way. We do a lot of this work as well at Cellularity. We have programs in immuno-oncology where we use not just T cells, but a cell type called the natural killer cell. And what we're seeing is exciting, compelling evidence that these cells can be very specific against cancer and be very lethal against cancer cells. And I think that technology is here to stay, and it's going to become a hallmark in managing cancer in the future.
And
then the other,
you mentioned chemotherapy, and there's side effects with chemo: hair drop loss, fatigue, et cetera, et cetera. With this new technology from Celularity, are there side effects, or will there be side effects, or we don't know yet?
So cell therapy, traditional use of stem cells and cell type therapy is remarkably safe. Okay, so the original cell therapy brought to the clinic was what we call transfusion medicine, right? Mm-hmm. It's when blood donors donate whole blood and that blood gets transfused, and that's remarkably safe considering all factors. Now, cell therapy using stem cells is also quite safe, and there have been literally millions of patients treated with stem cells, and the results are extremely safe compared to alternatives. In terms of immunotherapy using immune cells against cancer, because you're delivering a cell which is going to kill another cell, and the byproduct of killing that cell includes chemicals and factors which by themselves have certain toxicity, there are certain side effects. It's all about managing the side effects by controlling the dose of your product, your therapeutic product, to get the highest activity while the most acceptable safety profile. The truth of the matter is, cell therapy is acceptably safe in the kinds of indications we're talking about, and over time, things will be done to improve that safety and make it as tolerable as any other type of therapeutic product.
What about as a preventative?
So interestingly, I'm a big believer that our health as we age is dictated by the population of healthy cells in our body, healthy stem cells that can renew and replace our organs and tissues as we age. And so using cells, giving cells in that kind of preventive way, in my mind, has a tremendous future and opportunity. I think that stem cells are products that could be delivered to expand the reservoir of healthy cells in the body that can do that renovation and repair job when needed. And I think that those cells can also be used to augment the immune system and improve immune function and the immune response after disease or injury. So I do believe there will be a role in what we call preemptive or preventative medicine.
One of the things that I've said for the last number of years here at Late Night Health is that I want to live to be 120, but I have certain caveats. I want to be able to walk under my own power. I don't want to be in a wheelchair. I want to have the mobility that I have now. I actually want better mobility, and I better get off my duff and start doing something about that. I also want to know that when I wake up in the morning that I'm Mark, that I'm, and recognize people. I want to be able to have that clear thinking. Extending life and the quality of life is something that I think is really, really important, and I think we're right at the beginning with Celularity and other companies that have been doing research. Can you comment on that?
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, as I said before, the hallmarks of healthy aging are maintaining high-performance mobility, high-performance cognition, and youthful aesthetics. Those things clearly are going to be the basis for maintaining our health as we age. And it makes life worth living, right? So no one wants to be 120 years old and, like you say, be isolated and limited physically and not be able to interact with their environment effectively and communicate and so on. So you and I see this the same way. I do believe that cell therapy may be the safest, most effective way to maintain that high-performance mobility, cognition, and youthful aesthetics.
And we also, as the youthful aesthetics, we also don't want to look like a dried-up old prune, right?
Exactly. I agree.
We're going to be talking about ego in a little bit here at Late Night Health, and I know I mean, we all want to look the best we can, right? And the stem cells and these other parts of the stem cells can help us do that. Where do you think the research is going to take us? Where are we going? What is the next major breakthrough from Robert Hariri?
Well, the kind of work that we're doing right now is going to broaden the application of cellular immunotherapy to treat cancer. We're going to move from treating blood cancers to treating solid tumors. And then we're going to move to using these stem cells to control the immune system in patients with autoimmune disease. And then eventually we're going to be using these cells to restore functionality in our musculoskeletal system and then other organ systems so that, they'll have a, for lack of a better word, kind of a rejuvenating effect on our system.
And that would go from the brain to the foot.
We think that again, This is nature's way of maintaining our health and youthful form, is to use stem cells to renovate and remodel us as we age. And if we can augment or boost that performance, then that should result in a healthier overall form as we age.
Ooh, remodel. I could get up to 6'2" and have blue eyes and blonde hair. Would you call your research integrative or traditional medicine?
It's highly integrative. We see ourselves as part of an overall strategy that incorporates not just the living cells, but ways to engineer those cells. And eventually all of this will be done in conjunction with other tools like small molecules and biologic agents and so on. The future of medicine is to use an effective platform technology and then to fine-tune it with other technologies.
It just sounds so amazing. I remember, and Daryl probably does too, not trusting anybody over 30. Right?
Now everybody that I see in any kind of professional circumstances is probably under 30.
Under 30, yeah, exactly. It's hi, Mr. Program Director.
Yeah.
You're 23 years old.
Or last week, Mr. Oral Surgeon, I said, no.
No, yeah.
He just got done playing a video game and he's going to come and pull my tooth, right?
Well, he was learning how to do it. Remember the Harvey Korman thing,
okay,
right?
Yeah.
Do you know that reference on the Carol Burnett show, Doctor?
It rings a bell, but the reality is when we look at all these young, brilliant folks coming in and taking on roles of authority and so on, part of it is how can you trust them? They don't have nearly the depth of experience we think we do. The other part of it is we're a little bit envious, right?
Absolutely, but with Celularity, maybe we can compete with them again. What do you think?
That's the objective. We want to put health into extended lifespan.
I asked you earlier if Americans were healthy, and I think that, in my opinion, we're really not. We're overweight, we're lethargic. Our youth are fat and couch potatoes, and we need to get off that couch potato. Off the couch. We need to exercise. We need to eat better. And at the same time, we have to look at new technologies, such as the ones that you're developing at Celularity. We really appreciate your time. Will you come back as you have new and great things to share with us?
I'd love to.
We really appreciate that. Hold on, Doctor. We have some things to talk about. I'm Mark Alyn, along with the insane Daryl Wayne. And coming up next is Robert Clancy. And he's going to be talking about the 100-pound ego. Robert, of course, is the co-host of the Mindset Reset TV show. We invite you to join us at latenighthealth.com, latenighthealth.com. We'll have a pretty picture of Dr. Hariri on the site, as well as on facebook.com/latenighthealthradio. All right, we'll be back in just a couple of moments. Don't go away.
Welcome to Guide to the Soul. This is Robert Clancy. Balance in life isn't about making everything equal. It's about sharing equal parts of your heart for each area of your life. Many people seem to struggle with bringing their life into balance. Family, work, and health all seem to be a challenge these days. Think of the demands you have on your own schedule and time. It can be frustrating and overwhelming. What's most important to discover is that peace is not about finding a quiet place among the chaos. Peace is about listening for the divine whispers of love amidst this turmoil. Take a breath and you will find balance.
For more inspiration from Robert Clancy, visit guidetothesoul.com or go to the Moments with Robert page on latenighthealth.com. Recently, I met Jacqueline from Bright here in Los Angeles. She gave me a hearing exam and then showed me how to hear again with the new Signia Pure Series hearing aids, and she can give you your life back too. I hear birds chirping, birds cooing, and even my wife. They easily connect to my smartphone. The Signia hearing aids are amazing, and with the charge and go, I don't have to fiddle with batteries and hear all day long. Not hearing is frustrating for you and your family. I know you don't have a problem, but trust me, call Bright Here now for a free hearing exam, a $125 value, yours free, just for making an appointment now. There are offices throughout the Los Angeles area. Call Bright Here now at 323-424-7100. That's 323-424-7100 for a free hearing exam. There's no obligation. Call now, 323-424-7100, or visit them on the web at brighthere.com.